Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. So, I think it was about yesterday, I read the news that a newly rented LGBTQ office in Ghana was raided by the Ghanaian authorities. And so what had happened was this so-called LGBT director in Ghana had approached the landlord or the agent to a property and told them that they wanted to rent the place for some type of health-related NGO services, okay? And they rented the place to him, and shortly after that, all kinds of LGBT-related activities started taking place at the property, and people started sending information to the landlord. Oh, are you aware of what is going on your property? Did you sanction this? Blah blah blah. And the guy was alarmed, and he tried to inquire, and they couldn't give him any decent answer. Apparently, this so-called LGBTQ director had deceived the people he rented the property from, because he, of course, knew that nobody was going to rent the property to him if I told them it was going to be for LGBT activities, because this thing is alien to us in Africa. Not just Ghana, but also Nigeria and all the other places. This is who we are in Africa. He knew that. There's no official LGBTQ office in any country on the West African coast. None. So this was going to be the first of its kind on the West African coast, and it was going to be historic, because that would have just become an incubation ground for the rest of all the other potential LGBTQ activists all over West Africa. They've already conquered South Africa, right? Now they're looking for a foothold on the West African coast, and this is why they are in Ghana. They have, they have been the searchlight on Ghana because they know how progressive Ghana is. They believe that the moment they can get Ghana, every other place is going to cave. And now, my question to everyone watching this video is, have you wondered why all of a sudden they have become so audacious? Where did the audacity to rent a property and openly declare it an LGBT office in Ghana come from? The so-called director tweeted, he said, while this unfortunate incident has happened, we wish to encourage all our members and queer Ghanaians to stay calm. Do not panic. We anticipated this. We will triumph. The police may have raided our office and closed it down, but the real office is in our hearts and minds. So the guy actually openly admitted that this was their office, but when he rented the property, he lied to them and told them it was going to be for something else. So this is LGBTQ trying to come to the mainstream in Ghana through the back door. And Ghanaians have raised alarm, accusing the European Union of supporting and sponsoring these guys. They have a lot of money behind them. But that's not what you should be paying attention to. Where you should all be paying your attention to right now is the new US president. As soon as the guy showed up, about a week or two after he took office, his Secretary of State made an announcement that the LGBT flags will now be made to fly alongside US flags at all US embassies around the world. That is global recognition. But the question I kept asking is, I thought the US flag was meant to fly and represent every single American. These same LGBT people that their flags will be flying alongside the US flag, are they not Americans represented by the same flag? Does the US flag not represent every single ideology, every single philosophy, every single thing that anybody is under the United States of America's Constitution? How come we're going to have a single ideology we're going to single out and say, no, we're going to represent this one on a global stage? No, it is not about LGBTQ. What it's about is there's an agenda to neutralize the civilization that we were all born into and replace it with a different kind of civilization, one that represents all kinds of ideologies, such that it will confuse even the most educated person on earth. That is what we're dealing with now. That's why you have LGBTQ+. But now they've removed the plus and they put I, and there's now plus. So plus means that as you have lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or whatever, intersex, and the rest of them, that many more are going to be added to that list. So we don't know how long this is going to be. LGBTQ plus, and then I, and then more coming. Who are all those ones that are going to be joining later? What are they going to represent? What ideology are they going to represent? We don't know. They want to change our civilization and replace it with one that is easily manipulatable. This is what is going on. So the audacity came from there. But that's not all. They didn't stop there. Biden now went further to issue a presidential memorandum. A presidential memorandum that threatens to impose financial sanctions on every country on earth that infringes on the rights of LGBTQ people. Let me read you something that Biden said in that memorandum that he issued. And it instructs agencies to consider appropriate responses, including the full range of diplomatic tools and potentially financial sanctions and visa restrictions when foreign governments restricted the rights of LGBTQ people. So just like what Ghana has done now, they will call that a restriction of the rights of LGBTQ people. So according to Biden, what needs to be done now is that Ghana has to suffer a US sanction, financial sanction. And maybe European Union will also place financial sanction on Ghana. And then there will be blanket visa restrictions on Ghanaians who want to travel to America. Okay, let me ask again, what was it really again that got Africans hating on Donald Trump? Was it just because of the way he talked? No, they said his immigration stance, especially Nigerians who were at the forefront of the fight against Donald J. Trump. They say immigration, immigration, immigration. What did Trump do with immigration? Only a partial ban based on Nigerian government's irresponsible actions, which they even explained. That was why they placed partial ban. It wasn't a blanket ban. Because under the same so-called partial ban, people were still traveling to the United States of America. It even came on record that under that same Donald J. Trump, we had more students leave Nigeria for the United States of America, even on scholarship, more than during Obama's 8 years in office. Then what do we see today? You are going to have a blanket visa restriction on your nation, on your Nigeria, for not allowing LGBTQ people to show their way of life down our throats. You will have financial sanctions placed on you, and then you will have visa ban on everybody, not some people, not partial, but full. Who would hear such a thing and not be audacious about trying to set up LGBT offices in West African nations? The one you saw in Ghana was just a test run. They have everything they need now. You prayed for Biden, you were a pastor, you prayed for Biden to come to power, right? And he has come to power. I hope that every day of your life you will stand in front of your congregation and your people and tell them that yes, this is what we ordered for. It is here now. The same Biden had just removed the global gag rule, which prevented US taxpayers' money from sponsoring or funding abortion providers all over the world. So today, the US is now, under Biden, is now going to provide funding to abortion providers all over the world and also within the United States of America. And you are a pastor, you prayed for this. This is a Catholic. Biden is a Catholic. And you all know the Catholic Church's stance on abortion. But now America will not provide money for people who provide abortions, not only in the United States, but all over the world. And you are a preacher, and this is what you ordered for. Preach and tell your congregation that this is what we prayed for, that God told you that this is what He wanted for our world. See, when people who are in the know are talking, rather than keep quiet or learn, all of you will just jump up. You will either attack or you talk nonsense and talk rubbish all over the place. Today has come. The man is just barely 1 month in office, but look at what he has done already. That's why these guys are so bold to set up an office in Ghana by crookery, by lying. Look at what he said. The guy sent a tweet. He said, "We will triumph." And you think he's joking? No, he's not joking. They will really triumph. Because now they have the European Union, now they have United States. Are you kidding me? How much longer can you fight? No, they're going to triumph. That's what you ordered for. And what is going to happen now when they triumph? They're going to spread the news. They're going to expand into every other nation in West Africa. Our children will now be coerced indirectly into accepting something that ordinarily they would have gone to their mom or their dad or a counselor and said, please, I'm feeling this, can you help me? They won't seek help anymore. They will rather now accept and just want to live their life. This is all happening even as a former journalist in Ghana who has now finally come out to show you that there's such light is on Ghana. So they have a big community in Ghana, also in Nigeria. Don't think that Nigeria doesn't have. There are plenty in Abuja. But this thing is not a way of life. You cannot impose this ideology and embed it with our cultural framework. The cultural framework of Africa is absolutely unique. It is different. And all we are asking for is respect that. I cannot walk into any community of LGBTQ people and then begin to force them to accept a way of life or an ideology or philosophical position that is completely incompatible with what they believe and practice. They will either lynch me or assault me brutally, or they will call the cops on me to get arrested. I will be charged with a hate crime. Why then are they doing this on us? What they are doing to Africa is an assault on our cultural and traditional standing. You are assaulting us. You are insulting our intelligence at the same time. Are you just telling us that we are not humans, that we are not people? Why can't we have something that is unique to us? Why can't everybody respect who we are? It is not our way of life. Leave us alone to live the way God has created us to live. And now that they have brought their searchlight and focused it on Ghana, I want you to watch out what is going to happen to Akufo-Addo. Many presidents in Africa have been removed from office simply because they refuse to support this. Many of them. And what they're going to do right now is that they're going to find out if the opposition will accept to legalize this thing in Ghana. If the opposition accepts it, the full weight of US and European Union diplomatic might will come down on Akufo-Addo and they will kick him out in a heartbeat. And you will be wondering, how in the world did this happen? How could this have been possible? It will shock you. We have to be careful. We are playing with fire. We are playing with fire. I don't hate LGBTQ people. God in heaven knows my heart. In America, I have come across a few of them. Some of them I have close things to do with businesses and stuff. And I can tell you categorically that these people are some of the kindest human beings on earth. It's okay to be who you are. But do not try to impose your way of life on people who consider that way of life as alien to them or to their culture or tradition or their own way of life. Africa belongs to Africans. And if Africans have agreed that this is how they want to live, please do not come to neutralize our way of life. It is called tyranny. Call it by its name, tyranny. And we will do everything within our power to resist this tyranny that you guys are bringing upon our continent. And I know that God is going to